me welcome Wisam.
No chocolate.
Ladies and gentlemen, fellow Toastmasters and honored guests, I am your dear friend Wisam, and you've known me for the last 15 months, so you trust me now. Now I'm coming to you with a new business plan. It's going to change your life forever. Aren't you all bored of being slaves to your corporations? Don't you want to have your own business?
Yes.
I have the answer here.
Yes. Yeah.
Join your hands with me. I'm going to introduce you to our company. This is our company. It has a lot of products. We have magical discs. We have a lot of famous products. We have this watch. It's not a Rolex, but it's better than Rolex.
Yeah.
We have a lot of products which, if you go and buy one of them for only $700, okay? And then convince 2 of your friends, maybe your family members, it's okay. If they don't have money, let them borrow the money, it's okay. Because if you get us 6 more people, you'll get $250.
Whoa.
If you get us 9 more people, you get $250.
Get out of here.
If every month you do this part-time and you add 2 more people, at the end of the year, you will get us $4,900. You get this much money. Can you afford to wait?
No.
Join us today.
Yes.
Because if you wait longer, you'll be down. You'll be losing all the money. Join us now. We have a great foundation. This guy is a guru. He's a fantastic guy. He met the Pope. We have our symbol on the cars. He met this guy. We have a lot of community which will help you, will support you, will teach you how to cheat. I mean, all of these people around the world are getting here. See these people, they have changed their life. They are now very rich. They are no longer slaves. They work 18 hours instead of 8 hours, but they are no longer slaves. But the reality, although all of you are smart guys, and you know that I was making a joke, but in reality, every day, thousands of people go into this organization, and similar organizations around the world. And people who speak very confidently, they are better than the best Toastmaster you can see, and they actually get people inside by thousands every day. They all think that they can be the next, billionaire around the world, but the reality is not. It's a cheat. It's a scam. Did you hear about the Ponzi schemes before?
Yeah.
Ponzi scheme is a scheme which somebody tells you, get me like $10. At the end of the month, I'll give you $30. You give him $10, he gives you $30. You tell your friends, they get, instead of $30, they will give him $3,000. And their friends will tell their friends, and money will come in, and the new money comes in, he will pay the other people. There is no real business. And this guy, after he accumulates like $100 million, suddenly he disappears. You think it's a joke? There's a country called Albania. Did you hear about it? Did you hear about what happened in 1994? The whole country fell to this paradigm, pyramid scheme, they call it. And the whole country went bankrupt.
Wow.
Many people get bankrupt every day through this. Ponzi scheme is very easy to detect. Everybody knows it's the wrong thing to do. Governments are immediately able to shut it down. You don't find a lot of Ponzi schemes these days. There's also the bubble, which is the economic bubble, which in my opinion is a kind of a scheme. But the government usually thinks it's correct. It's something normal. We're not going to talk about the bubble. We're not going to talk about the Ponzi schemes. We're going to talk about the pyramid scheme today, which is in the gray area. It's harder to classify whether it's a fraud or legitimate. That's why I want to talk about it. The great majority of participants in the pyramid scheme will lose money. And the reason is that they sell items which are overpriced. Unlike Ponzi schemes where there's no items being sold, in these schemes, they actually sell items, but they are much more overpriced so that they can support the people upstream. Because when you pay the product, you're actually not paying for the product, you're actually paying to pay the other people upstream. So the reality is that out of 100, 88% would actually end up losing money. And unless you're sitting over here, you have to build a very huge people under you before you start making money. This is an example. A guy who gets in $10,500 into the company will actually end up earning only $500. So that he has to have a lot of people. And if I continue showing you that table, they only stop here. But if you go down and down, after 33, it will be more than Korean population. 28 levels, it will become more than USA. And at level 33, it will become more than the world population. That's why it collapses. Because after a while, like happened in Iran, there were 3 million people who got into this scheme. And after 3 million get in, these bottom 200,000, they could not find anybody else to go inside. So the pyramid collapsed. So what's the solution? To find another planet and get all the people to buy into the scheme. That is how, the only way it can continue. This is why they call it a pyramid scheme, because it looks exactly like a pyramid. And this company, I did some investigation about it. And most of their items are actually hoax. You cannot compare it with other items. And these watches, you buy for $700, you go and to sell it, you cannot sell it for $300. And even the whole company, I doubt that it exists. They say it's made in Switzerland, but my possibility is made in China. But there's no way to verify that. So this month, they created a new product, which I was able to compare with the other products in the market. This is the first legitimate product, which is actually certified by NSF. And I went online, I found it's actually made in Korea, this item. And after some searching in the NSF, which is a real organization, I found out that there are similar products being made in the same area, which looks suspiciously the same specification. So I guess it's the same item, but they are branding it with a new name. So when I went online, I found the price, instead of $700, it's actually $400 for the other equivalent item. And I found another item which is exactly the same in the same facility. It's actually $212. So this is how they make their profits. And unfortunately, this scheme is going around the world, and it's very much in Egypt and in Tunisia and in India and in Syria, and they keep shutting it down and coming back again in a different thing. And this company is the most notorious. Question. So how do you spot pyramid schemes? Pyramid schemes are more interested in you recruiting new people than actually buying the product. They spend 5 minutes talking about the product and then 15 minutes talking about how much money you will make. And the product itself is overpriced, and you wouldn't buy it if there was no potential income. That's how you get spot a pyramid scheme. So, and if they give you, if you tell you every guy you get in, you will keep getting money on it, then this is probably MLL. This means multi-level marketing, but illegitimate. So make sure that you're actually, if you go into this scheme, most of the time, even if it's legal and proper, it's usually end up losing money. But the more proper the prices are, the more possibility is not illegal. So I've left here some resources so that you can read more about it. My time is out, so I hope that you learned something from this presentation, and thank you very much.
You can write down feedback for his speech improvement, and the next session is evaluation session. Actually, behind the schedule now. So let me introduce General Evaluator, Head of Evaluation Team, Vernon.